Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Love. Ebron caught left side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alpha.
2nd and 11. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 55. Mike 55. 3 buds. Mike 55.
Throwing again. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Love. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. 56. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Slam, slam, slam. Check 43.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 24, check 24.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Come on, set, 50, play. I got one. Charlie, hustle. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go screen. This is Ingram. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
25-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw. Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Okay, break. Hey, get in the weight room. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Love. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this
56.
thing.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ingram again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.